Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam, total world victory of Hari Krishna. Welcome to the Vaishnava Voices podcast. My name is Sitapati Das.
And my name is Dana Devi.
And today, welcome to Isabela, our daughter, who is organizing the 2025 New Zealand Vaishnava Youth Bus Tour. Welcome, Isabela.
Haribol.
So, we want to talk to you about the Vaishnava Bus Tour 2025. So in the description for the episode, I put three things: what it is, your motivation, and then your experience of organizing the tour. So let's start with what is the 2025 New Zealand Vaishnava Youth Bus Tour?
Well, the 2025 Vaishnava Youth Bus Tour is a 2-week tour of 22 devotee youth and 3 adults traveling around the North Island of New Zealand and stopping at various Hare Krishna places. That's essentially what it is, but there's a lot more to it. So,
okay, and so when is it?
It's from the 5th to the 19th of January 2025. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, and what kind of places are you going to? Like, I know that the itinerary is still kind of provisional. How many months away is that now? That's like October to November to December to January. It's 3 months away.
Yeah.
But what do you got planned at the moment?
So we're planning to start off in Auckland and meet at the ISKCON temple there. And then everyone will start up, meet there in the morning. And then we're going to hop on the bus and go up to Whangarei. And in Whangarei, we're going to be there for a couple of days. We're going to do a couple programs there. There might be a Ratha Yatra. We're not really sure. Then we're going to come back down to Auckland, do some stuff in Auckland, like a Harinam. We're going to have a little Kirtan festival at night, just prasadam, all that stuff. Then from Auckland, we're going to come down to Taupo. And in Taupo, we're going to go to this really cool water park that I've been planning to go to. And it's like a little thermal water park sort of thing. So we're going to go there. And then from Taupo, we're going to come to Altham, where, Altham, the center of the universe, and there's going to be a Harinam, there's going to be a 24-hour Kirtan, there's going to be a Kirtan with a Cows Festival, which happens twice a year. So that's going to line up with the bus tour. So the youth are going to come here, do a 24-hour Kirtan, do a Kirtan Festival, do a Harinam in New Plymouth, and then we're going to come back here, rest for like a day, because after a 24-hour Kirtan, if anyone has ever been on one, it's exhausting. And then we're going to go to Nurturing Soul, which is a Hare Krishna farm in Hawke's Bay. And there we're going to focus on it's more of a rest and relaxation time. We've got a few activities planned. There's going to be some outdoor games. There's going to be a talent show. I remember in the bus tour at the beginning of this year, the talent show was actually a really fun part. So we're going to do a talent show. Then there's a river there. We're going to go swim. And then from Nurturing Soul, we're going to go up to Wairoa, and there's a really cool, pretty lake there, and there's quite a few hikes that you can do around the lake. We're going to do a couple of nature walks there, some swimming, and then from Wairoa, we're going to go to Rotorua. And Rotorua, when we're going there, there's a little Bhakti camp, and the little Bhakti camp is a camp for parents and children, and that's from the 15th to the 20th of January. And we're going to go there and we're going to spend time. And there's also going to be workshops that we're going to run where the older devotee youth that we have on our tour, the teenagers, are going to teach a skill to the younger kids there, who will be between the ages of 5 and, there's younger kids. And then, and while we're there, there's also another Kirtan festival planned that's going to go for 2 days. So there's a lot of Kirtan involved. And then we're going to head up on the 19th up to Auckland, where we sadly finish it off. And
Wow. Sounds like a pretty packed schedule.
That's it is.
I like because it's balanced, doing the activities of Harinam, Kirtan, distributing the holy names on the streets and to people. And also having the other side of having activities, like walking and the hot pools, and just getting to relate to each other as devotees and enjoying being youth in Krishna consciousness. I like that.
Yeah. It's really exciting because we don't just have youth from New Zealand coming, we have youth from Australia coming over. So they're going to fly over, and yeah, so it's going to be like 2 devotee communities, like the ones in New Govardhan, Australia, and some of the people from the devotee community over here in New Zealand. They're going to mix, and it's just going to be a blast. Yeah.
Cool. And then, so this is sort of building on the Vaishnava Youth Bus Tour that happened earlier this year, 2024, in Australia, right?
Yeah, it is. It's not an exact replica because it's in New Zealand, of course, not Australia. But there's a lot of things that are going to be similar. And Indranila Devidasi in Australia, in Murwillumbah, New Govardhan, organised that. It was amazing. I went out on it with my brother Prahlad. And yeah, it was one of the best experiences in my life, especially as a devotee, because you were just surrounded and you just felt welcomed and like in a community by other devotee youth. And you just got to travel around, and it really built my confidence in going out and Harinams and stuff and doing more devotee outreach. So one of the best experiences of my life, you know?
Yeah.
Cool.
And you want to replicate that experience for other devotees to have it here in New Zealand, and again, perhaps in Australia, to people that already been in the bus tour, and maybe some youth that hasn't been involved in the youth bus tour. Yeah, and the other thing that you were sharing, your experience is going to the temples and being in the morning artis and chanting. It was very enjoyable for you.
Yeah. I remember there were quite a few days where normally, like getting up for Mangalati very early in the morning, it's kind of a known thing that teenagers get up later than a lot of people. But yeah, it was just really cool to like, you'd get up, you'd go to Mangalati, then you'd chant 16 rounds first thing in the morning. And it was like, wow, amazing. And then you'd go do an activity, then you'd go to a temple, and you just do it all over again. And it was just an amazing, you just got closer with like Krishna, and it was beautiful. Yeah.
And so what was your motivation to organize this tour here in New Zealand?
Well, the first things, there wasn't going to be a bus tour in Australia for next year, for 2025. And so that was sad. So I was looking at it and I was like, hey, why not have one here in New Zealand, you know? And the real motivation for it was being able to provide that sense of community and that sense of belonging for devotee youth. Because a lot of the time, I know growing up, I go to a non-Hare Krishna school. So obviously I'm surrounded by people who aren't Hare Krishna. And that's kind of, it's fun, but at the same time, it kind of puts a sort of strain and pressure on your Krishna consciousness. And I just want to be able to provide that 2 weeks of just being around other devotee kids, being able to socialize with other devotee kids, and being able to know that, hey, you're not the only one. You're not the only devotee child in the world. And there are people around you going through the same experiences. And it's just that 2 weeks of being able to really, you know, have that support to get up for Mangalati, to chant your rounds, to go to Kirtan, Harinam, to be able to develop that confidence. So when you're older, you can go out into the world, you can preach Krishna consciousness, and just, it really prepares you for later in your life as a devotee. So yeah.
Yeah.
And a support system almost for just really enabling and empowering devotee youth to stand in their Krishna consciousness and be proud and spread it to the world and be like, hey, I'm a devotee, you know, and I'm open about that. And I'm a devotee of Krishna, and I'm going to go share it with the world. And I want to spread that everywhere. I want to spread Krishna consciousness around the globe. So yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the great things about the experience of ProFest. That's what it's reminding me of, was just being a Hare Krishna all the time. like not just like having to kind of code switch between being a Hare Krishna and then, you know, your day job or anything else. It was just like full fly your freak flag, Hare Krishna, nonstop, unapologetically.
Yeah, it's really, I had that same experience in the bus tour as I just explained from earlier this year. It's, you are Hare Krishna 24/7, and all the time you're just surrounded by Krishna and Krishna consciousness and devotees. And, a lot of the time it will be like, hey, guys, who wants to go to Mangalati tomorrow? Hey, guys, who wants to go on a japa walk? Or hey, guys, who wants to lead kirtan today? I'll play the mridanga. You sing, you play kartals. It's an amazing experience. You get to really live, that's like the only word I can use to describe it, but you're really free and you live and you get to just be yourself, as a devotee.
Yeah. And what about your experience? I know you're still in the organizing phase of the bus tour and you haven't hit the execution part of it yet, but what's your experience of this being like organizing the tour?
Well, I'll go through the positives and the negatives because there are definitely negatives to it. But the positives are you have to talk to a lot of people. You have to call people and be like, hey, so there's this thing that I'm organizing and that I want to make happen. And you get to connect with different devotee communities around New Zealand. And you get to be like, hey, you get to call them, hey, there's a Vaishnava Youth Bus Tour. Do you want to be a part of it? Yeah, sure, great. Cool. What can we do to help? And it's like, you get to like connect with everyone. And I think it's a great learning experience too, because obviously it's teaching you organizational skills and stuff. And we have a group chat for the participants to help organize and to get involved in organizing. And it's a great experience organizing, really. You get to connect with people and you get to talk to people. And yeah, but it can be stressful. I will admit that. It can be very stressful. Things happen, there are breakdowns that happen, but that's just a part of life. So you just got to roll with the punches and keep on going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are some of the kind of challenges that you've discovered in organizing something of this scale?
Well, definitely people, working with people and how that can be such a positive, but at the same time, it can be kind of stressful. And it's like you ask someone something and then they'll say they'll get back to you, but they won't get back to you. And it's like, okay, you just have to follow up on that. You can't forget stuff. You have to write everything down. You have to remember what you need to be doing, who you need to call, what you need to do. Hey, I need to email this person. Hey, I need to call this person to follow up on something, You really have to just remember and like lock in. And I was going to say something else, but I forgot it. But and you got to, and it's hard because also there's a lot of interest in it and you have to say no. For some things you have to say no. It will be like, there are some things where like, hey, can this person come? And it's like, I'm sorry, but they can't. We don't have enough space. And it's hard, obviously, to have to be like, hey, sorry, there's not enough space. We wish you could come. We've put you on a list. So if anyone drops out, you'll be in. But it can be quite
It's like you want to say yes to everyone. You want everyone to
you
have
do. You
experience.
definitely do. You want to be like, hey, yeah, sure, you can come. Hey, yeah, sure, you can come. Bring your friends, bring everyone, bring your whole family if you want, You got 6 siblings, bring them too, but you can't. So
what about that as an option? Like if people wanted to come along with the bus tour, but then they, maybe their parents come and they drive in the car.
That is definitely an option. If you wanted to like make it not just a bus, you could have like a whole little line of just like cars or like
a convoy.
Like a little convoy. Yeah, exactly. A convoy of
Vaishnava convoy.
Yeah, the Vaishnava convoy just traveling around New Zealand. That is definitely an option. And that would actually be amazing. I know we have a few devotees who are willing to do that and who wanted to do that. So we're coordinating with them. And yeah. So if anyone wants to join in, driving behind, be my guest. Come along, the more the merrier.
Okay.
Mm,
That could be pretty cool. Yeah, when we did Goravani's tour in 2009 in Australia, we hired 3 Taragos, like 7-seaters, and we had a convoy.
Oh,
We
wow.
had like two of them had like people, and then one of them had like purely gear, and there were like 2 people who drove in that one.
mm,
And
Yeah.
Mongolo Vaishnava came over from New Zealand and was one of the drivers on that tour. Yeah, that was epic. So
Mm.
yeah, that kind of thing is cool too, a convoy as well as the bus.
mm,
And then people could rotate, around different vehicles or whatever.
mm.
So that's also a possibility,
The
expanding it.
the other thing I was thinking, like if other devotees wants to join, obviously adult devotees wants to join to this convoy, it would be very empowering for the youth, because we will not only be supportive of what they're up to in the world in Krishna consciousness, also we will be like a forte for them. Here we are for you. And obviously there are many other ways as well, like adult devotees can support the youth, maybe supply an accommodation, maybe make biscuits so the youth can go on Harinam and distribute the biscuits, prasad distribution, or any sweets, or maybe what do you call this one?
Bliss balls.
Bliss balls, or samosas, if they want to participate in that way, so that the youth can go on the street singing and doing loud Harinam, while all the other youth can be distributing also prasadam.
Is there a website for the bus tour?
There is. There's a website for the bus tour. People can go check it out. I'm not sure how we can link it, but
I
surely
can
there's
put
a
in
way.
the comments. What is it?
It's www.vaishnavayouthbustour.com.
Okay, let me put it in here. Vaishnavayouthbustour.com. Okay, like this, like that.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
terrified that I'm going to be saying the wrong one and like nobody's going to find the website, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah.
What
That
about
is-
publishing the entire itinerary on
yeah, we are going to do
Facebook?
that.
Okay.
We're going to put it on the website, and we're going to put it on the Facebook group, and we're going to send it out there so devotees know, hey, the Vaishnava Youth Bus Tour is coming to this place. Maybe if they live there, they can join in. They can come to the temple program. They can, if we're going on Harinam, they can come on that Harinam. And yeah, they can. So we're going to put that on the website at a later date when we have all the places locked in and ready to go.
And people
right
could
now,
even come.
You continue.
People could come for parts, they could go to one place and then come to the next one. Yeah. Partial.
Yeah, definitely. If you want to travel with the bus tour from Whangarei to Auckland, cool. If you want to travel with the bus tour from Altham to Nurturing Soul, cool.
So we should have like probably Eventbrite, not Eventbrite, a Google form, that people can fill in. Definitely we'll have to have that for kirtan with the cows and the 24-hour kirtan in Altham. Like last time we did 24-hour kirtan here, how many people did we have come?
For 50?
50?
More than 50. I remember I helped organize that one, so there was definitely more than 50.
That was the 24-hour kirtan?
Our 24-hour kirtan was less, but the whole kirtan with the cows was
like 50.
Over 50. There was a max of, I think, 40 people in the actual venue at the time, but new people came and then left, and then new people came and then left. So there was a lot of people, yeah.
And then the 24-hour kirtan, we had how many people staying here?
I don't even remember.
But it was packed. It was like overflowing, and there's tents out the back. And so, I mean, with the Vaishnava Youth Bus Tour here, we're going to be like maxed out at capacity. We'll probably we'll have to get some overflow accommodation here, and people can stay at Vishnu Pramapali on the land as well.
Yeah. I mean, a good thing about the bus tour is that when we come and when we tour, it also gives the youth an opportunity to talk to people from other devotee communities. Like, I know some of the people from Auckland might not know what we're doing down here, and down here they could they would get to know people. They could check it out, they could see what everything's about. So, yeah. It's a networking opportunity for the youth.
Correct.
Mhm.
And the other planning in Vishnu Pramapali, we're doing the cow, Kirtan with the cow yajna. And and it would be nice for the bodies to join, because it's a beautiful opportunity for everyone, also for the youth, to participate in that. Do you have any other question, Amor?
Those are the three things, right? What is the tour? We covered that. What your
Yep.
motivation was in doing it, and
Yep.
then what your experience has been so far of organizing it.
Yeah.
And
I mean, maybe an idea for after the bus tour, we could invite some of the participants on for a podcast, get their experience of what it was like.
Oh, that'd be
Just
cool.
an idea. Yeah.
Even, what would be really cool would be to stream the bus tour, stream events
Parts
from
of it, not all of it.
Yeah, obviously, but you stream like Harinams and Kirtan festivals. If you have a Facebook page / Instagram,
We have an Instagram and we have a
for the
Facebook.
bus tour.
Yeah.
There's okay. Can you link it? Put it in the comments. So if you have a look there, there's like can you see the comments page, or can you only see private chat?
I can. It says connect to comment, but I need to connect my YouTube account.
Oh, you'll send it to me on the private chat, and I'll put it in the comments.
Okay.
So people can follow the Instagram.
And also, if you want to,
there you go. The light back on.
And if you have any requests for the devotee community to participate or contribute,
this is the Instagram handle.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just checking to make sure it's the right one.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. That's the Instagram. Go follow us. I guess the website's linked on the Instagram too. If you want to go check it out, that's another way.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's a Facebook group. It's a private one, so you'd have to join. But I can see if I can
make a public one so people can follow the.
Yeah, I can make a public one too.
Yeah, you can link it up.
It's like Prabhupada said, propaganda is the essence. Or something like that. Let me see if I can pull up this Instagram here. So I just go Instagram /v.y.b.t.
Yeah.
Instagrizzle. Oh yeah, it's got one post.
Yeah, we got one post. We don't have much on there yet, but
okay,
we need to increase it.
I'm already following you.
Good.
Very cool. Anything else that you want to share? Any requests that you want to make?
Yes. So
invitations.
Sure. So to make the bus tour possible, obviously one of the big things that we're really trying to get is fundraising and funds, because in this world you can't do much without money. So donations. Cool. I'm not really good at stuff like this, but
so if people want to donate, how do they do that?
So they can go to our website. On our website, we've got 3 forms of donations that they can use. If you're donating from New Zealand, there's a direct bank account thing. If you're donating from overseas, you can use either wise.com, or you can just do a direct or a wire bank transfer. So those are the 3 ways you can donate. And if you want to contribute to the tour, and if you want to be a part of it and really, support us and the tour, donation is the best way to go about it, because there are things that we can't do without donation and without funds and fundraising. So, yeah.
And so what are people donating to? Like, where's their money going?
They are donating to the youth, essentially. They are donating to accommodation. They are donating to the bus, to hire the bus, to rent the bus, to drive the bus around. They are donating to all the things that are involved in the bus tour. They are donating to support the youth and being able to really deep dive into their Krishna consciousness for 2 weeks of just bliss. Yeah.
And also, what I hear you sharing is that the donations will also not only cost the minimal costs or some of the basic costs, like petrol, prashadam,
Activities.
activities, and also you mentioned the accommodation. Also, that will enable you guys as the youth to go on Harinam and distribute the holy names of Krishna. And that, I think, that is the most important part. Like, you can donate $5 or maybe $10 or
Yeah,
20.
anything helps.
Yes. And the thing what we are thinking here, or what we like to do, is for all the donors to put their names there, because we're gonna do the Yajna here in Vishnu Prema Pali, and for Krishna to, return that donation to them in whatever way Krishna wants to, return that. And we request the devotees to please make possible for the youth to start their life in distributing the love of Krishna everywhere.
Yeah. Donate to help us spread the holy name and to support the youth.
Awesome. Well, thank you for organizing this Vaishnava Youth Bus Tour, Isabela. I acknowledge you for your leadership and for your dedication and for taking on such a massive endeavor, causing something to happen that wasn't going to happen anyway.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
Anything that you want to say in closing?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to think of something to say, okay, but it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be great for the youth. It's going to help youth in their Krishna consciousness, and can't wait. Literally cannot wait. It's seems too far away, even though it's 3 months. Well, everyone has been messaging me saying, hey, we can't wait. Hey, we're so excited. Hey, this is going to be amazing. Well, I can't wait either for the experience, but at the same time, I can wait because it's like, hey, I need to get stuff locked in 3 months. So.
Yeah, and then execution is a whole other. Planning, preparation is one thing, and then execution is like another level. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be such a great experience for you.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely something different because I'm 16, so I don't really have much. I have experience in like a little bit of leadership, but this is a whole new level that adults do, and I'm still in high school, and I'm about to go do something that is really difficult. So we're going to see how that goes.
It's great.
So far, you're doing really well, and here we are to empower you and also to support you.
Thank you very much.
And we'll get you to come back on after.
I'm wearing my Vaishnava Youth Bus Tour Australia t-shirt from last year. Wait,
and soon we will be creating the New Zealand one, right?
Yeah, one's from New Zealand, which you can purchase. Yeah, that will just go up all on the website. The website is the place. If you want updates, go to the website. If you want information on donating, website. Yeah.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Well, here's what I'd like to say to finish. Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Total world victory of Hare Krishna.
Yeah, man, iconic line. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hope everyone has an amazing afternoon, morning, evening, or night. That was my signature line from the Bhagavad Gita classes. Anyways.
Jai. Haribol.
Jai.
Haribol.